Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am in a different location because I am dog sitting a very, very sweet puppy, so I'm excited about that. But here is a green emerald cut crease for my May babies because it's an emerald birthstone, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to see how I got the cut crease, which you can do with any color, which is wonderful, but also what colors I used several different palettes today because I wanted to. So if you guys want to see how I got this, stay tuned. I'll show you how I did it. Alright guys, I am using my Subculture palette and I am going in with the color Dawn all over my lid. I did start a little bit before I recorded, so sorry. And then for my transition color, same palette, going in with the color Roxy, which is the beautiful peachy color. Just to give myself a little bit more of a base before I start going in with those intense colors. And then I'm gonna go in with my crease with the color Untamed. Now the one problem with this palette is that the colors are a little bit more difficult to work with, so you do have to finesse them a little bit more. But still just doing that back and forth, up and down motion that I usually do throughout my entire crease, and just going in until you get the opaqueness that you want, and then just make sure that you can continue to buff them out. Then I'm going into my Misunderstood palette by ColourPop in the color 101, which is just a black color. You can use any matte black, and going in with a smudger brush to give it a defined line. And then I'm just gonna go in and blend it out to just give some depth, but I don't want a harsh line. So I'm just going back and forth, that up and over motion that I usually do with all of my shadows. So, all right, now we're gonna go in and do the cut crease, and I am using a concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in light beige. And so basically what you just saw me do right there is you put the product at the very lash line and then flick your eye up. So it gives you a good base to go off of, or a good starting point. And then you just kind of tap. As you can see, I'm kind of tapping the outline of where I want it. And you continue to do that till you have the shape. And then you just go ahead and fill it on in. As you can see, I kind of have a shape, but I want to make it more round on my lid. So just go until you get the shape that you want, and then you just fill it in pretty quickly. All right, so now I'm using my Misunderstood palette again and going in with the dark green color in the palette, which is Facilier, and just going on the outer corner so I can tie in those green colors from the Subculture palette, and using this green shimmer color on my lid to kind of tie all of that in together. And then after this, I'm going to switch palettes over to my Thank You for Being a Friend palette, which is themed after the Golden Girls, because gotta love them. And going in with this blue-green shade, it's called Southern Belle, to do that transition, to get it so I go from darker on the outer corner and then lighter as I get towards my inner corner. So just going in with that to transition, and you can't really tell a ton after I get it all blended out that it's there, but it is there. And then going in with Pussycat, which is this silvery color, but it's got a little bit more of a blue shift than the other silvery color in the palette, so I went with this color instead, and just kind of dragging that through Southern Belle to give that illusion. All right, so I went ahead and did the other eye, and then we're gonna start with our foundation. I did use a primer, the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, just that original. And then for my foundation, I am using Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation in the shade Nude. It's a little bit light for me, but that's okay. You can always change that with bronzer and such. In the last video, and starting with this one, I am putting any products that you can find on Amazon down in the description below. So if you click on those links, they just kind of track, and it's the affiliate program, so they track where that's coming from, and give me a little something. From what I understand, I don't know it too well. For my concealer, I did use the Tarte Shape Tape in light beige as well. Then I went ahead and did my eyebrows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. For my face, the palette that I'm using for my entire face is the Beauty Crop Travel Tea palette. For my bronzer, I am using the only bronzer in it, and it is Sardinia Sand. I don't know if I'm saying it right. We're just going to pretend that I'm saying it right. And if I'm not, you can definitely correct me. I love this palette just because it's very pigmented, so you have to be a little bit careful, but it's such a dupe for all of my favorites. So one of the best products that I have purchased, and I got it from FabFitFun, but they do have their own website that you can go and purchase this palette from, and it does save you some money versus buying all of the palettes and products that I had already bought. So this will definitely be something that is a holy grail in the future for me. So just going on, your forehead, your jawline, you're just basically creating shadow. As on my nose, you can see I'm just creating a little bit more shadow to make everything a little bit more defined, to make my nose look a little bit smaller. Not that I feel like I have a big nose, but it's just part of the process. So basically you're just trying to, anything you don't want to look big, you're putting that darker color on to give more, you're making the shadows more pronounced. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to go in with the blush, which is Granada. It is super pigmented, so you can see I went in pretty gingerly and just kind of tapped, and then went in ham and smiled to see where it was looking, and I realized that it was getting a little bit too pigmented. This is a super pigmented blush, but like always, you can go in with a beauty blender and kind of tap in with the foundation that you already have to lessen that. All right, going in with my 24/7 by Urban Decay in Smoke eyeliner for my waterline. I love this so much. And then for the top of the lid, I'm using the NYX retractable eyeliner. This is a cream eyeliner, and I'm just winging out a little bit just because I want to have a connection and kind of that line, but I don't want a huge wing. So I don't usually use a cream on my upper lid, but it's what I had because I used a travel kit, so I didn't grab everything that I would normally use, but I like how it turned out. And then for my mascara, I have been playing with the Lash Paradise, Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and it's been working pretty well. I enjoy it, especially since, the other one that I really like is twice as expensive, if not 3 times as expensive. So this is a really good mascara, and I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll link anything that you can get on Amazon down below, but anything that you can't, I'll definitely give you the names of everything. Going in with that Beauty Crop again, going in with the color Santorini on my face for my face highlight. Ooh, it's blinding. Doesn't hurt that the natural light that's coming in is making it awesome. Just kind of blending it in with that blush. And then I'm going in with the same color on my brow bone to give some definition there and some brightness there. And then gonna go in with the inner corner on the only color that actually broke when I dropped the palette, Capri, which is they describe it as a chromatic pearl highlighter, which is perfect. And then for my lips, I am using the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick. I'm using it in Queen Bee, one of my favorite colors. It's just pretty natural and I love it. It's kind of that your lip color but better color. It's pretty wonderful. I enjoy it. And here is the finished look. I love doing green eyes. I haven't done one in quite some time. So for all you May babies, here is your emerald color. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this look. It's more of an everyday. You can wear this out at night. I can wear this to work. And so like, subscribe, share with all of your friends. I really appreciate all the support that everyone's been giving me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.